ARM is kind of this ultimate platform neutral company getting together with Nvidia. If Jensen can figure this out, it's potentially powerful, but I don't buy his argument that there's no conflict here. What if ARM wants to take a license here when it's already competing head to head with Nvidia in graphics? I mean, there are all kinds of potential problems.
Yeah, there are a lot of problems, but John, I'm really focusing on the opportunity here. I do think that many of NVIDIA's direct competitors will say they have issues with this and will try to derail this at the regulatory level. But Jensen's a very pragmatic guy, and the way he's organizing the company as a independent avenue, reporting as a subsidiary into him. And by coming out strong, saying he wants to run it independent, makes me feel a little bit better. Now, the way that I think that it's going to shake out is NVIDIA will have to abide by a certain set of rules. And this comes with every acquisition that I've ever seen. But I do see this passing scrutiny. And I don't think that Jensen wants to ruin his $40 billion investment here. I think he wants to grow it, and in a very similar way that we saw Dell and VMware operate, where everybody had all of these fears, yet who does VMware put on stage? HP running it more independently. So there is some history on this.
And Pat, if I'm the UK here, then I'm concerned about, is NVIDIA going to continue to invest in growing here? If I'm a competitor, I'm worried about, is there going to be a firewall information-wise on NVIDIA not getting a jump on the information about what ARM is working on? So is it possible, you think, in a maybe even specific legal way for NVIDIA to address all those things?
I do think so. And very similarly, you have Qualcomm, who's an intellectual property provider, who has to firewall its design of its chips and vice versa from each other. So it is very possible. And I know it seems difficult, but we've seen companies do this. I think Qualcomm is probably the best example.
I want to bring in Needham's Rajvindra Gill, who joins us now. Raj, what's your take here on this deal overall? Do you agree with Pat that it's one of the more important chip deals we've seen in a long time?
Yeah, absolutely. I think it's a risky move, but with potential huge rewards. If you look at the ARM-NVIDIA combination, it's pretty much going to be the ubiquitous entity in the semiconductor industry. They're going to control pretty much any type of device that's going to be connected to the internet. And the main reason is that with ARM under NVIDIA's hood, you're going to have basically three major processors. You're going to have one processor, which does accelerated computing, which is NVIDIA's core competency. You're going to have the networker processor unit, which is doing all the networking connecting, which is what Mellanox has. And then you have the CPU-based processors, which is what ARM is doing, which is very low latency, kind of single thread processing. So having those three processors under one hood, you essentially can meet and address the next wave of computing, which is basically going to be artificial intelligence. And with artificial intelligence, the main issue is heterogeneous workloads that you're going to have to be able to process over multiple architects, over multiple computer systems. So this is a very transformative deal. I was somewhat skeptical, but in kind of true nature, I think Jensen Huang has turned me more positive in terms of the potential benefits of this deal.